Hey everybody, what's going on? It's me, Sean. Yeah, one half of TDSFX, right? So in Dallas this weekend, we released this. That's right. That is the Bruise Driver. So what it is, obviously the color scheme is going to kind of give it away a little bit for those who know. Um, I'm a metal guy. I'm not going to try to hide it. I'm not a blues guy, but I can fake it, sort of, kind of. But I've always liked the Bruise Driver pedal. I've always thought that it kind of gave a little bit of sauce to my metal tone that, in typical TS9 or 808 doesn't really do. because it's not a screamer. It's more like a very bland, really, overdrive, but what it does is not bland, oddly enough. It mixes really well with a gained amplifier, but I decided that, or we decided, Park and I, we do really love a blues driver, and we like the past. You don't want to erase the past, but we also don't want to copy what the past has done to an extent, right? So with this, you can still get those super nice, spanky, like on the edge of breakup, just beautiful tones that you can get, like through an AC30 with a blues driver with the Bruise Driver. I know it's gonna sound confusing, blues, blues, blah, 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 blah. But trust me, we're talking about this for the most part. So you have your typical controls. If you take away this one right here, you know you got your volume, you got your tone, you got your gain. We affectionately call it level, tone, grit. The tone is very wide open. You can go from like a very mellow, milky tone to a very spanky, bright, chimey tone, and it's got a really good spin on it. Like it takes a little bit to go around. Little movements make difference, right? But then we added this beautiful thing called the choke. So, and because we're funny, and because well, we might be slow adults, we decided to do it backwards. Because usually, if you choke something out, you turn it up right, and get steady. Now, this if it's turned all the way back, she's choked the fuck out, right? She's bright and tight, like what you want from modern music. But you could turn that choke up, and you can play around with the bass response and kind of get back into that very vintage style that has been known since the early '80s, mid '80s at least. I can't remember. It's the history of it goes back really really far. But simple controls. We went with the blue right there with the gold. We even added this time. I got the power switch out. Someone said last time, "Oh, I wish you would show it to us. Wish you'd show us." So right there, that white ring, it turned blue. Although you can't really tell, can you? No, it looks like it's white, but trust me, it's blue. Well, maybe if we do this. It still looks white. It is blue, though. Very, very blue. I'll put a picture of it up. Right here. Look at the blue ring. Yes, sir. All right. So it lights up and it's pretty. Fish and lure engaged. So these are $1.60. It's the best we could do for pricing. Matter of fact, all of our pedals now, we decided we're going to keep them at 160. The cost of building pedals now, due to the whole import fees, because no one here in the United States makes certain parts, so you have to get some parts from overseas. Nothing we can do about it. They're built here in America. We get what parts we can here in America, but we have to get parts from overseas because they're the only ones that make them. Yeah. So if someone says, "Oh, yeah, all of our parts are American made," they're full of shit. Because if I could find the American made parts, I'd use them. But they're not here. If you do buy them in America, you gotta be careful because they're buying them off the same people you are, but they're charging you a little bit more money so you don't have to order them from those other people. That's the same fucking thing. All right. So this thing's really cool. You can use it, like I said, you can use it for like the classic sounds. You can use it for metal. We found at the Dallas show this thing works phenomenally well with the extended range instruments. I mean, phenomenally well. In this video, I'm not going to break it out. I'm just kind of introducing it. Right now, we don't have a lot of these available. We built them for the show, and then we're going to wait to see how they did. So far, I guess it's safe to say that if you put all of our pedals in front of people, the Doombox and the Bruise Driver are kind of everybody's favorite. I really wasn't, expecting the Doombox just to take over. People love that thing, and it's great. I mean, I love it too, and I hate fuzz. It's not a typical fuzz. I had guys that are like me. They'd walk around with a Fuck Fuzz t-shirt on, and they're like, "I gotta have this pedal," and they ended up buying it and going home with it. The same thing with the Bruise Driver. They're like, "I want a Blues Driver," and they played it and like, okay, maybe you guys should have just done something different for a name and stuff because this is going to be very misleading for people. But we don't want to. This is got the soul of the original in it, and I don't want to take nothing away from that. The original is fantastic. It just for the modern player, the whole way the bass reacts and it gets really just man, it's unusable sometimes. And that's why we put the choke on it. Kind of fixes that problem. Cleaned up the circuit a little bit. Thanks to Shay at This Heavy Earth, giving us a hand with stuff like that. And it just operates phenomenally well. Dead Marshes killed it on the enclosure. It's just amazing. Even though the graphics are simple as shit, it just looks really good. It, you know, Ellen over there, she's killing it. Ellen, if you're watching this, kudos to you, man. You get better and better at getting these to people, just looking better and better and better. And she's awesome to deal with too. So if you ever need something done in the pedal world, bag them, I guess. I don't know. They Dead Marshes, check them out. Good people, good people. All right, very cool. I'll tinker around a little bit more with this, but really at the end of the day, just we're not gonna be doing any more guitar shows for a little bit. But I don't know. Watch some videos. They're gonna be surfacing. My boy Chase Lewis over at this That Sounds Terrible just did a really good demo of it. If you're not into like the super metal stuff, you're more into like Foo Fighters, a little bit of pop punk, and some older music like dad rock stuff. He's got you. Oh, that yard is awesome. A long weekend down there in Dallas. Yeah, I'm actually filming this after the show because I wanted to kind of have a weekend to really sit with this so I could tell someone who plays classic rock or blues, can you use this pedal? The answer is yes. Yes, you can. Just don't turn it up to 100. You're going to be fine. Turn it up to 100, you're going to get what you asked for. There's one thing that TDSFX does is we have this motto. You can always turn it down. But sometimes with some pedal companies, you just can't turn it up. It stops. And you just need that little eh. Well, we make sure that little eh is there. You know what I'm saying? What can I say? We're assholes. So yeah, very cool. 160 bucks. We never charge shipping. Even if shipping rates go up. So far right now, the way it stands, we're just doing 160 for all the pedals. Doesn't matter which one you want. It's 160 bucks. We do shipping. We have a special going at all times. It's not a sale. It's just there all the time. That if you buy all four, you get a pretty sizable discount. And we do run specials from time to time, taking 10-15% off, like everybody else does. But the buy all four thing, that is all the time. And when we do put them on sale, where we discount them, sometimes we're real crafty and we don't talk about it, and we let you use that discount on top of the discount that you get, so you get like a double discount. Telling on ourselves right now because we forget sometimes. Slow adult problems, you know. But yeah, very cool. I am proud as hell of this. I'm glad it went over better than I thought it was gonna. I really thought because we're kind of known for very angry stuff. And this does get angry, but still, like the guy who's doing cover band stuff that's using the JCM 800, like I just need that little bit more so I can do the Van Halen stuff and I can do some Loverboy and really get that good bite on some, you know, just some really good like that early 80s, late 70s stuff. Get that little bite and it really becomes a tool more than it is a pedal. So, yeah, very cool. Again, I'm a truck driver. I'm everywhere. I'll have one of these on me at all times. So if you ever want to check them out, I'm in your area. Please feel free to reach out. Just follow my shenanigans on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. You'll be able to figure out where I am in the country pretty quickly. But yeah, the Bruise Driver, brand new. And as of filming this video, as of Monday evening at 5:45, we only have 7 left. That's right, 7. And we will be building more. We're going to take just a little time of breaks. We worked really hard to get ready for the Dallas show. So we are going to take a breather. Park has got a little episode in his life he's taking care of. And I personally I need a break. My vacation that I took wasn't really a vacation. I went from working for free to working for slave labor. Welcome to trucking. Not my boss's fault. Trucking industry's fucked. But anyway, yeah, check them out. As always, we warranty the piss out of them. You buy this, other than you destroying it and doing something stupid, we fix it or replace it for the life of this company. So, yeah, not for your life. Some point this shit's gonna stop. But as long as we're in business, we will fix it and or replace it at our cost. All right? Very cool. Thank you for tuning in. And if you want to see me jam a little bit more, stick around, right? Stick around. Because we're going to get some Batman action, and then we're going to get some Fat Man action. Fat Man Chuggy Chugs. All right? So to the Batman.